Yes, sir.
Okay, good morning. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Today is March 22. We are scheduled to have private conference for 12 civil works. And before we start, may we request Engineer Ibrahim to do the invocation.
الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين
Thank you very much. To proceed, we will request the Secretariat to have the roll call of the participants.
Good morning, Mr. Chairman. Good morning, everyone. For today's private conference for 12 civil work projects, here are the following attendees. Sir Durkan, Pidsandawan, the back chairperson. Attorney Jahara Ali Makatato, the back vice chairperson. Engineer Elimanday Tanggol, back member, who is present on Zoom. Engineer Mashud Mustur Kim, back member. Engineer Arnold Ulangkaya, back professional member, who is also present by Zoom. Engineer Monalito L. Maraki, back member and user, who is also present by Zoom. Engineer Jessica Ramano, back secretariat. Engineer Rosmia Alama Salimato, back secretariat. Grace Marcelo, back secretariat. Engineer Vanessa J. Salazar, back secretariat. Engineer Roberto Gabriel Pagkado Castillo, in the Planning and Design Division. Yours truly, Engineer Dinero Manuel from Jupiter. We also have representatives from different construction firms. Sir Noel Miliosa from the Miliosa Design Builders Corporation, and Sir Nasruddin Balon from Balon Construction.
Okay, thank you very much. So how about the observer? How we invited the observer?
Yes, sir. We have sent the invitation to the observers, but not attended today's.
Okay, so just put it on record that we had sent the invitation to them. So with that, thank you very much for acknowledging the participants. So as to the quorum of the Beach Awards Committee, as we just heard in the roll call of participants, we have 100% attendance of the members of the Beach Awards Committee, and with that, I call this private conference in quorum to order. So to all of you, good morning. Welcome to this private conference. We have participants from the contractor also who attended this who are with us today in this private conference. No, as I always say in this in the RN 184, it is stated there that the PAC shall convene at least one private conference to clarify and explain many of the requirements, terms, conditions, and specifications stipulated in the bidding documents. The private conference shall discuss, clarify, and explain, among other things, the eligibility requirements and the technical and financial components of the contract to be bid, including questions and clarification raised by the prospective bidders before and during the private conference. So this private conference is open to prospective bidders, although attendance may not be mandatory. So it is advantage for those who attended because they have the opportunity to clarify things pertaining to the projects that we're going to discuss. So for the information of everybody, we are on a live stream via YouTube and I think Zoom platform. No? So okay, to proceed with the subject projects, we have, as I mentioned earlier, we have 12 projects here. And these are contract ID number 23MO0242. This is the construction of multi-purpose building, Barangay Kurintem, Datu, Odin, Sinsuat, Maguindanao del Norte. 23MO0244. This is the construction of multi-purpose building, Barangay Sibuto, Datu, Odin, Sinsuat, Maguindanao del Norte. 23MO0245. the construction of multi-purpose building, Barangay Nekitan, Datu, Odin, Sinsuat, Maguindanao del Norte. 23M00246, construction of multi-purpose building, public market, Barangay Damatog, Northern Kabuntalan, Maguindanao del Norte. 23M00247, the construction of Evacuation Center, Barangay Pura, Datu, Sinsuat, Maguindanao del Norte. 23M00249, construction of multi-purpose building, Barangay Dadtumeg, Mother Kabuntalan, Maguindanao del Norte. 23M00251, the construction of school building at Pidsandawan Elementary School in Pidsandawan, Mamasapano, Maguindanao del Sur. 24M00085, this is the completing of road from SITIO ATRAS, LILIONGAN, SITIO CASIA, KIBUDTUNGAN, CARMEN, COTABATO. 24M00199, this is the road widening, Marvel Macal Road, kilometer 1668 plus 000 to kilometer 1669 plus 065, Pulumolok, South Cotabato. And then 24M00135, the construction of roads, Sitio Tokay El Barangay Cebuano, Tokay, South Cotabato. 24M00150, this is the road widening, Macar Marvel Road, kilometer 1655 plus negative 033 to kilometer 1656 plus 169, General Santos City. 24M00181, the paving of unpaved roads, Surala, Lake Cebu, Maitong Road, kilometer 1783 plus 559 to kilometer 1785 plus 434, Lake Cebu, South Cotabato. So with this, we have this series of, we have this number of items to be discussed in this pre-bid conference, like for example, the brief presentation, explanation by the Bids and Awards of the Committee of the Basic Contract Data, the requirement of bidding documents, the documents to be submitted by the bidder. It's in the technical proposals as well as the financial proposals, no? And also we're going to discuss here the mechanics and electronic submission and receipt of the bids for the procurement of civil works contract. And finally, a recap of what had been discussed during the course of this pre-bid conference. So for this, we had assigned responsible person to discuss these items in the pre-bid conference meeting agenda. So the first item here, as I mentioned earlier, is the brief presentation, explanation of the Bids and Awards Committee of the following. The basic contract data, this includes the contract description, the EPC, and the duration. Also, the discussion and the requirements of bidding documents, including instruction to bidders, general condition of contract, special condition of contract, specification, drawing bills, and quantities and forms. No, so this will be discussed to you by Engineer Capolo, no? Okay, please take it away.
For the basic contract data.
So it's Engineer Master Ibrahim and Engineer Capolo, no? Okay.
Basic
For the basic contract data.
For the basic contract data for contract ID 23M00242, construction of multipurpose building, Barangay Kurintem, Datu, Sinsuat, Maguindanao del Norte. The approved budget for the contract is 4,825,000. Contract duration is 120 calendar days. For contract ID 23M00244, construction of multipurpose building, Barangay Sibuto, Odin, Sinsuat, Maguindanao del Norte. Approved budget for the contract is 4,825,000. Contract duration is 120 calendar days. For contract ID 23M00245, construction of multipurpose building, Barangay Nekitan, Datu, Sinsuat, Maguindanao del Norte. Approved budget for the contract is 4,825,000. Contract duration is 120 calendar days. For contract ID 23M00246, construction of multipurpose building, public market, Barangay Damatog, Northern Kabuntalan, Maguindanao del Norte. Approved budget for the contract is 4,825,000. Contract duration is 120 calendar days. For contract ID 23M00247, construction of Evacuation Center, Barangay Pura, Datu, Sinsuat, Maguindanao del Norte. Approved budget for the contract is 4,825,000. Contract duration is 120 calendar days. Contract ID 23M00249, construction of multipurpose building, Barangay Dadtumeg, other Kabuntalan, Maguindanao del Norte. Approved budget for the contract is 4,825,000. Contract duration is 120 calendar days. Contract ID 23M00251, construction of school building at Pidsandawan Elementary School in Pidsandawan, Mamasapano, Maguindanao del Sur. Approved budget for the contract is 9,650,000. Contract duration is 120 calendar days. For contract ID 24M00085, concreting of road from SITIO, ATRAS, LILIONGAN, SITIO, CASIA, KIBUDTUNGAN, CARMEN, COTABATO. This is a construction of concrete road with 1.4 lane kilometers. Approved budget for the contract is 19,300,000. Contract duration is 141 calendar days. For contract ID 24M00119, road widening Marble Makar Road, K1668 to K1669 plus 065, Polomolok, South Cotabato. This is a road widening with 2 lane kilometers. Approved budget for the contract is 48,250,000. Contract duration is 175 calendar days. For contract ID 24M00135, construction road, Sitio, Tokay L, Barangay Cebuano, Tupi, South Cotabato. This is a construction of concrete road with 1.257 lane kilometers. Approved budget for the contract is 14,850,000. Contract duration is 119 calendar days. For contract ID 24M00150, road widening Makar Marble Road, K1655 plus minus 033 to K1656 plus 169, General Santos City. This is a road widening with 2.408 lane kilometers. Approved budget for the contract is 48,250,000. Contract duration is 175 calendar days. For contract ID 24M00181, paving of unpaved roads, Sorala, Lake Cebu, Maitong Road, K1783 plus 559 to K1785 plus 434, Lake Cebu, South Cotabato. This is paving of unpaved roads with 3.972 lane kilometers. Approved budget for the contract is 117,528,315. Contract duration is 293 calendar days. So that will be all for the basic contract data.
Okay. May we proceed with the discussion of the requirements of the bidding documents with Engineer Paul?
Thank you, Mr. Chair. For the scope of work, the following projects will be discussed collectively. For projects 23M00242, construction of multipurpose building, Barangay Kurintem, Datu, Odin, Sinsuat, Maguindanao del Norte. Contract ID 23M00244, construction of multipurpose building, Barangay Sibuto, Datu, Odin, Sinsuat, Maguindanao del Norte. 23M00245, construction of multipurpose building, Barangay Nekitan, Datu, Odin, Sinsuat, Maguindanao del Norte. 23M00246, construction of multipurpose building, public market, Barangay Damatog, Northern Kabuntalan, Maguindanao del Norte. And 23M00247, construction of evacuation center, Barangay Pura, Datu, Sinsuat, Maguindanao del Norte. The scope of work for the following projects is as follows. Part A, facilities for the engineer, includes the following. Provision of field office for the engineer on rental basis. Part B, other general requirements includes the following: permits and clearances, project billboard, occupational safety and health program, and mobilization and demobilization. Part 3, civil mechanical electrical works and sanitary plumbing works includes the following. Part A, earthworks includes structure excavation, common soil, embankment from structure excavation, embankment from borrow and gravel fill. Part B, plain and reinforced concrete works includes structural concrete Class A at 28 days, structural concrete Class B at 28 days, reinforcing steel deformed grade 40, reinforcing steel deformed grade 60, and formworks and false work. Part C, finishing and other civil works includes soil poisoning, fabricated metal roofing accessory ridge roll, fabricated metal roofing accessory flashings, pre-painted metal sheets, rib pipe long span, cement plaster finish, painting works on masonry and concrete, painting works on steel, CHB, non-load bearing, including reinforcing steel 150 millimeters, metal structure accessories, metal structure accessories, steel plates, structural steel trusses, structural steel purlins. Part D, electrical works includes conduits, boxes and fittings, including conduit works and conduit roughing ins, wires and wiring devices, and panel board with main and branch breakers. For contract ID 23M00249, construction of multipurpose building, Barangay Datumeg, Mother, Kabuntalan, Maguindanao del Norte, the scope of work is as follows. Part A, facilities for the engineer includes the following: provision of field office for the engineer on rental basis. Part B, other general requirements includes the following: permits and clearances, project billboard, occupational safety and health program, mobilization and demobilization, and additional geotechnical investigation. Part 3, civil, mechanical, electrical, and sanitary works includes the following. Part A, earthworks includes structure excavation, common soil, embankment from structure excavation, and gravel fill. Part B, plain and reinforced concrete works includes structural concrete Class A at 28 days, structural concrete Class B at 28 days, reinforcing steel deformed grade 40, reinforcing steel deformed grade 60, and formworks and false work. Part C, finishing and other civil works includes soil poisoning, sewer lines work, storm drainage and downspout, plumbing fixtures, cold water lines, ceiling works, including metal frame and fiber cement board, wall 12 millimeter fiber cement board and metal frame, metal aluminum frame glass door swing type, aluminum glass window sliding type, aluminum glass windows awning type, aluminum glass windows fixed type, doors flush, doors wood panel, fabricated metal roofing accessory flashings, fabricated metal roofing accessory gutter, pre-painted metal sheets, corrugated type long span, 0.5 millimeters, glazed tiles and trims, unglazed tiles, cement plaster finish, decorative stone, painting works on masonry and concrete, painting works on wood, painting works on steel, metal deck panel, CHB non-load bearing, including reinforcing steel 100 millimeters, CHB non-load bearing, including reinforcing steel 150 millimeters, structural steel trusses, structural steel purlins, metal structure accessories, steel plates, metal structure accessories, and railing. Part D, electrical, includes the following: conduits, boxes, and fittings, including conduit works and conduit roughing ins, wires and wiring devices, panel board with main and branch breakers, and lighting fixtures and lamps. For contact ID 23M00251, construction of school building at Pidsandawan Elementary School in Pidsandawan, Mamasapano, Maguindanao del Sur. The scope of work is as follows. Part A, facilities for the engineer, includes the following: provision of field office for the engineer and provision of 4x4 pickup type service vehicle for the engineer on bare rental basis. Part B, other general requirements, includes the following: permits and clearances, project billboard and signboard, occupational safety and health program, mobilization and demobilization, and additional geotechnical investigation. Part 3, civil, mechanical, electrical, and sanitary plumbing works includes the following: Part A, earthworks, includes structure excavation, common soil, embankment from structure excavation, common soil, and gravel fill. Part B, plain and reinforced concrete works, includes the following: structural structural concrete, 4,000 psi, class A at 28, reinforcing steel, deformed grade 60, and formworks and falls work. Part C, finishing and other civil works, includes the following: soil poisoning, catch basin, CHB, sewer lines work, plumbing fixtures, cold water lines, ceiling, 4.5 millimeter metal frame and fiber cement board, carpentry and joinery works, finishing hardware, flush door, aluminum glass windows, casement type, aluminum glass windows, awning type, aluminum glass windows, fixed type, jalousie windows, glass, frames, jambs, sills, heads, transoms, and mullions, doors, wood panel, waterproofing, cement base, unglazed tiles, cement floor finish with floor hardener, cement plaster finish, painting works on masonry and concrete, painting works on wood, CHB non-load bearing, including reinforcing steel 100 millimeters, CHB non-load bearing, including reinforcing steel 150 millimeters, and railing. Part D, electrical works, includes the following: conduits, boxes, and fittings, including conduit works and conduit roughing ins, wires and wiring devices, panel board with main and branch breakers, and lighting fixtures and lamps. Part E, mechanical works, includes ventilating system and automatic fire sprinkler system. For contract ID 24M00085, concreting of road from SITIO ATRAS, LILIONGAN, to SITIO CASIA, KIBUDTUNGAN, CARMEN, COTABATO. The scope of work is as follows. Part A, facilities for the engineer, includes the following: provision of field office for the engineer on rental basis, and provision of 4x4 pickup type service vehicle for the engineer on bare rental basis. Part B, other general requirements, includes the following: project billboard signboard, occupational safety and health program, traffic management, and mobilization and demobilization. Part C, earthworks, includes the following: clearing and grubbing, individual removal of trees, small 300 to 500 millimeters in diameter, surplus common excavation, structure excavation, common soil, foundation fill, embankment from roadway and structure excavation, common soil, subgrade preparation, common material. Part D, subbase and base course, includes the following: aggregate subbase course. Part E, surface courses, includes the following: gravel surface course and Portland cement concrete pavement unreinforced for 280 millimeters thick at 14 days. Part F, bridge construction, includes the following: reinforcing steel grade 40 and structural concrete class B 20.68 MPa. Part G, drainage and slope protection structures, includes the following: grouted riprap class A and stone masonry. Part H, miscellaneous structures, includes the following: metal guardrail, metal beam, including post, single W beam, metal beam end piece, bonus, warning signs, horizontal alignment, curve left or right, warning signs, horizontal alignment, reverse curve left or right, regulatory signs, prohibitive or restrictive signs, prohibition of overtaking, regulatory signs, speed restriction maximum, regulatory signs, speed restriction signs, hazard markers, chevron signs, reflectorized thermoplastic pavement markings white, reflectorized thermoplastic pavement markings yellow, and seedlings and saplings for other programs and initiatives. For contract ID 24M00119, road widening of Marbel Makar Road from K1668 plus 000 to K1669 plus 065, and contract ID 24M00150, road widening Marbel Makar Road from K1655 plus -033 to K1656 plus 169. The scope of work is as follows. Part A, facilities for the engineer, includes the following: provision of field office for the engineer on rental basis, and provision of 4x4 pickup service vehicle for the engineer on bare rental basis. Part B, other general requirements, includes the following: project billboard signboard, occupational safety and health program, traffic management, mobilization and demobilization, and removal and relocation of utilities, which includes 11 electrical posts. Part C, earthworks, includes the following: clearing and grubbing, individual removal of trees, small, 300 to 500 millimeters in diameter, individual removal of trees, small, 750 to 900 millimeters in diameter, removal of asphalt structures and obstruction, PCCP unreinforced, 200 millimeters thick, removal of structures and obstruction, concrete, removal of existing guardrails, removal of existing guardrail posts, surplus common excavation, foundation fill, pipe culverts and drains excavation, common soil, embankment from roadway and structure excavation, common soil, subgrade preparation, common material. Part D subbase and base course includes the following: aggregate subbase course. Part E surface course includes the following: Portland cement concrete pavement unreinforced, 280 millimeters thick at 14 days. Part F bridge construction includes the following: reinforcing steel grade 40 and structural concrete class B at 20.68 MPa. Part G drainage and slope protection structures includes the following: pipe culverts RCPC class 4, 1,520 millimeters in diameter, manholes concrete, 1,520 millimeters in diameter, and stone masonry. Part H miscellaneous structures includes the following: curb and gutter cast in place, sidewalk 100 millimeters thick, installation of metal guardrail, metal beam including post, single W beam, metal beam end piece, bullnose, seedlings and saplings for other programs and initiatives, and reflectorized thermoplastic pavement markings white. For contract ID 24M00135, construction of road from SITIO to KL, Barangay Cebuano, Tupi, South Cotabato, the scope of work is as follows. Part A, facilities for the engineer includes the following: provision of field office for the engineer on rental basis, and provision of 4x4 pickup type service vehicle for the engineer on bare rental basis. Part B, other general requirements includes the following: project billboard signboard, occupational safety and health program, traffic management, mobilization and demobilization, and removal and relocation of utilities, which includes 6 electrical posts. Part C, earthworks, includes the following: individual removal of trees, 300 to 500 millimeters in diameter, surplus common excavation, structure excavation, common soil, embankment from roadway excavation, common soil, and subgrade preparation, common material. Part D subbase and base course includes the following: aggregate subbase course. Part E surface course includes the following: Portland cement concrete pavement unreinforced, 150 millimeters thick at 14 days, and Portland cement concrete pavement unreinforced, 280 millimeters thick at 14 days. Part F bridge construction includes the following: reinforcing steel grade 40 and structural concrete class B 20.68 MPa. Part G drainage and slope protection structures includes the following: stone masonry. Part H miscellaneous structures includes the following: warning signs 600 millimeters, horizontal curve alignment, curve left or right. Regulatory signs 600 millimeters, prohibitive or restrictive signs, prohibition of overtaking. Hazard markers 450 by 600 millimeters, chevron signs, seedlings and saplings for other programs and initiatives. Reflectorized thermoplastic pavement markings white, reflectorized thermoplastic pavement markings yellow, and single-arm solar LED roadway lighting 60 watts to 80 watts, 8 millimeter pole. 8 meter pole. Sorry. And lastly, for contract ID 24M00181, paving of unpaved roads, Sorala Lake Cebu Maitom Road, from K1783 plus 559 to K1785 plus 434 Lake Cebu South Cotabato. The scope of work is as follows. Part A, facilities for the engineer includes the following: provision of field office for the engineer on rental basis, and provision of 4x4 pickup type service vehicle for the engineer on bare rental basis. Part B, other general requirements includes the following: project billboard signboard, occupational safety and health program, traffic management, and mobilization and demobilization. Part C, earthworks, includes the following: clearing and grubbing, individual removal of trees, 300 to 500 millimeters in diameter, individual removal of trees, 500 to 700 millimeters in diameter, surplus common excavation, structure excavation, common soil, foundation fill, pipe culverts and drain excavation, common soil, embankment from roadway excavation, common soil, Subgrade preparation, common material. Part D subbase and base course includes the following. Aggregate subbase course. Part E surface course includes the following. Portland cement concrete pavement unreinforced 150 mm thick at 14 days, and Portland cement concrete pavement unreinforced 280 mm thick at 14 days. Part F bridge construction includes the following. Reinforcing steel grade 40, structural concrete Class A 20.68 MPa at 28 days, structural concrete Class B 20.68 MPa, and lean concrete Class B 16.5 MPa. Part G, drainage and slow protection structures includes the following. Pipe culverts 910 millimeters in diameter, Class 4 RCPC, catch basins 910 millimeters in diameter, and stone masonry. Part H, miscellaneous structures includes the following. Metal guardrail, metal beam, including post, single W beam, metal beam end piece, bullnose, warning signs, horizontal curve, alignment left or right, 600 millimeters, warning signs, horizontal alignment, reverse curve, left or right, 600 millimeters, warning signs, horizontal alignment, winding road, left or right, 600 millimeters, warning signs, road obstacle signs, steep descent, 600 millimeters, warning signs, road obstacle signs, steep climb, 600 millimeters, regulatory signs, prohibitive or restrictive signs, prohibition of overtaking, 600 millimeters, hazard markers, chevron signs, 450 by 600 millimeters, seedlings and saplings for other programs and initiatives, reflectorized thermoplastic pavement markings white, reflectorized thermoplastic pavement markings yellow, single arm solar LED roadway lighting, 8-meter pole, 120 watts. That is all, Mr. Chair.
Thank you very much, Mr. Kapo. So those are the discussion for the basic contract and the requirements of the bidding agreement. So with this, may I ask the prospective bidders if you have any clarification as far as this discussion is concerned? So wala, how about the bids and awards committee? Do you have any clarification? So hearing none, may we move with the other item of this meeting agenda. This time, this is the documents to be submitted by the bidders. We have here the technical proposals, financial proposals. For the technical proposals, this will be discussed with you by Engineer Janila Maria Romano and Engineer Orca Malasarte. Then for the financial proposal, this will be discussed by Engineer Vanessa Jetson.
Good morning once again, sir. For the technical requirements, first is the field job certificate of registration and membership in accordance with section 8.5.2 of the ATRAS. Second, A, if the bidder is not previously enrolled in the CWA. The bidder's Class A and Class B documents not covered with the field job certificate in accordance with section 4.8.2 of the CPM Volume 2. This document should include, among others, the following information required in IRR section 25.2. Valid pickup license or special pickup license in case of joint ventures. Statement of all ongoing government and private, including contracts awarded but not yet started. Statement identifying the bidder's single largest completed contract similar to the contract to be bid. The net financial contracting capacity, NFCC, computation and statement of total assets and total liabilities. The joint venture agreement is completed. B, if the bidder is previously enrolled in the CAA but would like to update any of its Class A and Class B documents, pertinent documents should be updated. Third, if the bid security in the prescribed form, amount, and validity period based on Form DPWH INFR-13. And lastly, the eligibility requirements under section 23.1 of the Act. Next is the other technical requirements under the technical proposal. First is the organizational chart for the contract to be bid. This should be signed by the authorized managing officer. Second is the contractor's list of key personnel. Contractor shall employ the following key personnel: the project manager, project engineer, DPWH materials engineer, construction safety officer 3, and construction foreman. The project manager kindly include a copy of the team ID for safety officer 3 They should have a mandatory 40-hour basic OSH training course applicable to the industry, an additional 48 hours of advanced specialized occupational safety training course relevant to the industry. The list of key personnel should be submitted together with their respective qualifications and experience data, which the work experience is similar to the project being procured. This personnel must meet the required minimum years of experience set in the BTS. Third is the list of the contractor's major equipment unit pledge to be used for the project. Must be supported by the proof of ownership if it is owned per lease agreement. For this agreement, in case of the lease equipment, a lease contract and affidavit of commitment should be submitted with the lessor or owner as a pledger of the equipment, stating therein that the equipment will be available for the whole duration of the project. For purchase agreement, the description of the equipment to be purchased, such as brand or model, type of equipment, motor number, body number, and capacity, must be indicated in the document. Otherwise, the bank will not honor the purchase agreement and the bidder will be declared as non-compliant. All documents in support of the ownership of the equipment pledge and other documents photocopied from the original shall be clear or readable and it shall be authenticated or certified through copy as needed during the post-qualification process. All bidders or contractors are required to fully comply with the contract minimum equipment requirements as prescribed in the bid documents. A complete technical description of their pledge equipment, whether owned or leased, such as but not limited to engine number, year model, chassis number, weight number, production and load capacity, availability, and operating conditions. In addition, bidders were also required to state in their bid documents the particular place or site where the equipment is located. Failure to comply with the said requirement shall result in the bidder's automatic post disqualification. Also, the contractor must also submit a certification of the availability of the equipment, certify that the equipment is available and ready for use in the project being duly signed and since we have preventive maintenance projects. For preventive maintenance projects to be bid, the contractor must submit a copy of their certificate of accreditation for asphalt project plan to certify that the contractor is duly accredited to operate and is authorized to supply asphalt mix to DPWH projects pursuant to the Department Order 253 Series of 2000. Fourth is the omnibus sworn statement. They should be given by the prospective bidder in the form prescribed by the GPPB, signed and notarized. Fifth, inclusion of minimum testing materials equipment. Contractors are likewise required for the inclusion of the minimum materials testing equipment and the technical component of the bid in compliance with Department Order Number 11, Series of 2017. Additional documents, the sworn statement, a conflict of interest, or affidavit of disclosure of no relationship with a prospective bidder or its authorized representative, duly signed and notarized. Contractor certification on key personnel as to EO9, Series of 2012, duly signed and notarized. Forms are available in the bidding documents for reference, and contractors only need to copy the format and prevent important reports.
Good morning, everyone. We will discuss about the financial requirements. First is the bid form. It must be in accordance with the form prescribed in Section 9 of bidding forms. Contractors must write the original total price of bid written in figures and in words. If the contractor has a discount offer, please write the methodology of your application and indicate the new bid amount written in figures and in words. For the discount, it will be deducted in the original bid amount and not of the ATC, and the amount written in words will prevail. Second is the bid prices in the bill of quantities. It consists of bid prices written in figures and in words. Third is the detailed estimates. It includes summary sheets indicating the unit prices of construction materials, labor rates, equipment rental use, indicating also the direct and indirect cost in coming up with the bid. Fourth is the quarterly or monthly cash flow and payment schedule. There is also a prescribed form in section 9 of bidding forms. Financial proposal that exceed the ATC indicated shall be rejected, and any missing documents in the mentioned checklist is ground for outright rejection provision. For the bidders, please take note that the unit price for the facilities for the engineer in item A.1.2 provision of 4x4 pickup type service for the engineer on their rental basis will be the same as for the bid documents. Otherwise, the BAC will not honor the bid and will be declared as non-compliant. For the other pertinent issues, contractor's bid must be submitted in one original copy and two photocopies. Likewise, the same must be book-bounded, properly labeled, tagged, and paginated as per the number 90 series of 2000. And for those contractors with SPA in submission of bid, please be informed that we will only acknowledge it if there is a corresponding email in the said SPA for the official email address of the contractors. For the requirements in notice of award, first is the notice which is signed conforme thereon, the required performance security, the required credit line or cash deposit certificate if applicable, the required contractors all risk insurance, the precedence diagram method, manpower schedule, equipment utilization schedule, project organization chart, construction method, and construction safety and health program approved by the board. Next is the three-strike policy of the department. The provision governing the imposition of administrative sanctions for contractors who commit acts which tend to defeat the purpose of competitive bidding, such as habitually withdrawing from bidding, submitting late bids, or patenting insufficient bid for at least 3 times within a year, except for valid reasons. I will also discuss the electronic submission and receipt of bids for the procurement of civil work contracts. For the preparation and submission of bids, prior to the deadline of submission of bids, the bidder shall send a copy of the official receipt of purchase of bidding documents in PDF format. An auto-reply email shall be sent to the bidder after successfully sending the official receipt to the proper
So this will be Binari ko.
And this will connect.
This will be discussed with by Engineer Janila.
For the summary of proceedings, the basic contact data was discussed to us by Engineer Machines team. The requirements of the bidding documents were discussed to us by Engineer Roberto Gabriel Pacquiao. The documents that were submitted by the bidders for the technical proposal was discussed by yours truly, Engineer Janela Maynard. And the requirements for the financial proposal as well as the guidelines for the electronic submission and receipt of bids was discussed by Engineer Vanessa J. Santar. The 12 discussed civil works projects. Today's pre-bid conference is scheduled for its bid dropping and submission on April 4, 2024 until 10 a.m. The bid opening will also be done on the same date, April 4, 2024, immediately after the bid dropping or submission here at the DPWH Region 12 office. Any changes in the bidding documents for the projects to be bid will be issued with the bid bulletins posted in the projects and DPWH. That would be awesome.
By the way, is this good for all the 12 projects? Considering that the invitation to bid number 23-034 covers only 7 projects.
I think the attached invitation to bids here is only for the 2023 projects.
How about the
The 2024 is on a separate invitation to bids. Same date. Same date.
on the same day?
Wala lang po ata na-attach dito sa copy niyo.
So thank you. So that's the pre-bid conference for these 12 civil works projects. And with that, hearing no more clarifications from the body, may I ask the Region Awards Committee to move forward with the pleasure.
Mr. Chair, there will be no other comments or clarifications. I move that this previous conference will be adjourned.
Secondly.
So it has been a move that this bidding be declared adjourned after hearing no more clarification from the body and after declaring that there is no more thing to discuss as far as this project is concerned. And this is duly seconded, I hereby declare this adjourned. Thank you very much.